Subs up. Subs up. What's going on, Southeast Michigan Podcast? Welcome back for a very special edition of the show, episode 50. We hit episode 50. Thank you for all the love and support over this last year. I think we are just under a year or just a little over a year since the show began. And it's been a fun road. Still growing, and I really appreciate those who've been me from with Dave one and been along with this journey since then. Um, in this episode, I bring on a good friend, from pretty much kindergarten, Corey, and Jeff Johnson, who most of you guys know from me co-hosting with him over at Real Talk Michigan edition. But sit back and enjoy. This one's kind of a lighthearted discussion. Have a crack open beer and just kind of shoot the breeze. Heads up, usually I keep the pod free of the profanity. This one we got a little f-bomb here and there. So if you got a lot of young listeners out there, this may not be for you. But again, it's not vulgar or anything like that. But just give you your sensitive ears a tip off. Anyways, sit back, relax, and again, appreciate all the support. Enjoy the episode. I'm sure down the road we'll have these guys back on, and we'll get into some heated debates. I know a lot of people enjoy. Anyways, God bless, guys. All right, we are up and recording. Welcome to episode 50 of the Southeast Michigan Podcast. Nice little milestone. And today I'm joined with two of some of my best buds, Corey Wilson and Jeff Johnson. How are you gentlemen on this fine Monday evening?
I'm good, man. I'm excited to finally be a part of the podcast.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, yeah, I just want to bring some people on, have like a little, I don't say panel discussion, but just come my boys sitting here having a few beers, shooting the shit, enjoying I don't know, the month of June here. We all know what the month of June entails, which is pretty much the fucking MLB regular season, the NBA Finals, the hockey Stanley Cup playoffs and stuff like that. So we're here to start this off. I want to do some rapid fire questions. Before I do that, Corey, why don't you tell a little bit about yourself and yeah, kick us off.
Obviously I'm Corey. I'm a Packers fan in the NFL. I'm kind of all over the place when it comes to my sports fandom. When I was younger, the only team that I liked from Michigan was Michigan. I'm a Braves fan in the MLB. I like the Bruins in NHL. Jeff Gordon fan. Me and Jeff can attest to. That's probably the only other thing we really have in common for the sports world.
Yeah.
And then no, I bleed Michigan. I bleed Packers, and I just like sports, dude.
Hell yeah! All right, Jeff. I mean, Jeff, we have some of the mutual listeners from our time with Real Talk and everything like that. But for people who don't know, who's Jeff Johnson?
Sports enthusiast, Tom Brady enthusiast. If you cut me open, I'm pretty sure I bleed maize and blue. I'm a father. I'm a husband. Love to talk sports. That's what got me into podcasting. Michigan football and sports are what, the three of us bond over. And yeah, that's me.
All right. Fuck yeah. All right. Now we are going to move on to some rapid fire questions. So since Jeff is somewhat known here in the podcast community, we're going to start with Corey. So, Corey, are you ready?
I mean, let's give it a shot, man.
All right. Here we go. All right. We got about between 12 and 15. You guys got some similar, some not so similar. So let's have some fun with it. So, number one, what is your thermostat set at right now?
71 degrees. I just checked it because it's freaking freezing in this basement of mine, dude. I swear it is so cold. I almost want to put on a freaking Green Bay beanie.
What is your favorite jersey to wear?
I only wear jerseys of current members who are playing. any sport that I watch besides my Chipper Jones jersey. That's just kind of my OG Atlanta Braves jersey. But right now, I rock the Jordan Love jersey because I got it the week before my birthday, and that's when he started going that tear. So I will probably be rocking the Love train until he retires.
Hell yeah! All right, we got a little unique one here. Marry one night stand, date for the summer. Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Chipper Jones.
A little different than what we usually know. Sorry. Okay, so I got to marry one.
One night stand
and what?
Date for the summer. Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Chipper Jones.
We would do this during June. All right, so if I had to one night stand somebody, and it's tough. Probably A-Rod.
Okay.
Because he's got that one bum ankle. So, he probably won't be so performance. If I had to, so I did the one night stand. If I had to marry one,
yeah,
it'd have to be Brett because he's the reason why I love sports.
Okay.
He's my first favorite player of any genre.
All right.
And then the other one would obviously be,
You date Chipper Jones for the summer. That's cool. I mean, he plays baseball, so there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Next one. How did we meet?
OG meet. We met in kindergarten, bro.
Atta boy. First beer choice.
Oh, Busch Light.
Latte?
Sorry, Busch Light.
Okay.
Yeah, Busch Latte. Even though I'm drinking a Bud Light because it's June.
Inclusion. All right.
Inclusion.
Twin Peaks, B-Dubs, Hooters, or Pete's Garage?
Oh man, that's so tough because all four good, but I gotta go Peaks. Those 28-degree cold beers are just where it's at.
Favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show right now?
Yep.
I don't really watch a lot of TV. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I've been kind of catching up on The Walking Dead, like OG Walking Dead. But if I had to watch a live TV show, it's probably like SportsCenter or something. I usually only watch live sports on TV. I'm really not maybe Big Brother.
Yeah, I remember you talking about Big Brother a lot.
Yeah.
I thought you would have said Peaky Blinders.
Well, that's a good one too. But right now, I'm really in on The Walking Dead.
Gotcha. How far are you in The Walking Dead right now?
I think season 9. I'm at the point where.
So Rick's gone.
Sorry for spoilers, but no, Rick is not gone. Stop. No, I'm at the part where Rick just confronted him in that thing where he almost kills them. Where they're coming back after they get attacked, and he rams them with the car. I'm at that part.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Thanks for spoiling it for me, Jeff.
I mean, the show's been out for 10 years.
I don't watch TV, bro. I'm a gamer.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, next one. What alcohol will you refuse to drink?
Oh, tequila. I'm sorry. I can't handle the tequila, man.
What is the largest piece of food you got stuck in your beard?
When I had a beard, the largest piece of food, probably cheese. Ironically, probably cheese, like a nacho cheese or something like that. Maybe barbecue sauce, some type of sauce, probably.
All right, catch a home run ball from Chipper Jones, or Aaron Rodgers hands you a used game towel.
Well, I've technically already got a ball from Chipper Jones, not a home run ball, but I gotta go the used towel, man. That's that.
All right. How many 300 games have you bowled?
23.
Hell yeah.
23, 20. I was at 21 this year, and I got 3 added to the roster.
Okay.
That makes 24. I got 9 800s, if anybody's keeping track. 9 of those. I'm waiting for the Chipper Jones 10 coming up.
All right. I got a few more for you. One Michigan football game you could reverse the outcome.
Oh, man. that I've attended.
No, just in general. What Michigan
say-
football game could you reverse?
Because I'm undefeated.
Undefeated.
I would have JT Barrett Shorts game because he was freaking short.
All right, because that goes into a question later on. Bone in or boneless chicken wings?
I'm sorry, you said bone in or boneless?
Yes. Which one?
Nobody got time to chew on the bone. It's boneless all the way.
And was JT short?
Oh yeah.
All right.
As short as Eddie.
All right.
Before we move on, real
Yeah.
quick, as far as
Go ahead,
that
go ahead.
goes, my wife was telling me. So my wife works as a student aide at the elementary school, and my son's second grade class is out there for recess and stuff, and they play a lot of dodgeball. And there's kids that will argue whether or not they're in or out, and I didn't get hit, yada yada yada. And there's so many kids, and she's trying to call kids out or whatever. And there's one kid that's straight up arguing with her the entire recess. And she looks at him and she's like, "Are you really going to argue about this the entire time?" And she's texting me all this. And I literally was like, yeah, that's exactly how I'm about 2016 JT being short. I mean, going to argue it to the end of days.
Yeah, right.
Oh, shit. All right, Jeff, you ready, babe?
Yeah, dude. What you got?
All right. First beer choice.
You know, right now it's been, so we'll back up. I used to be zero beer. Zero. Did not touch it. And like growing up, like into my 21, 22, 23, 24, I was like mixed drinks in a bar, and that got really expensive. I got into Angry Orchard really big, and that used to be like my only thing I would ever be drinking. And then I slowly started trying like Summer Shandies and Shock Tops and Blue Moons and things of that such nature. And then the Bush Apple came out, and I was like at the very end of it when it went away. So as soon as Peach came out, that's like what I've been drinking. And it's the only thing I ever drink. When it went away for that short period of time, I started drinking Bush Light straight. Really like it, but Bush Peach is my jam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff, how did we
I'm
meet?
gonna tell you what, for a second, dude. I thought you liked Bush Apple more than Tom Brady for a second.
Yeah,
that's all you're about, man.
The thing is I remember
like beer and apple came together. It's like your two beans came as one.
Yeah, somebody brought Bush Apple to the fantasy football draft. That was the first time I had it in a non-tasting form. Like I'm gonna drink this Bush Apple, and I just remember thinking to myself, man, this first one goes down so easy, and then like the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th went down super easy too.
Yeah.
So
It is
Bush Peaches.
It's baffling to me that Bush just discontinued the Apple, because that was like,
it's got to come back at some point,
dude. I mean, it, like you said, it just goes down so good. And I'll tell you a story real quick. Is back when Zach from our fantasy football league got married, which was back in 2020, or it was 2021, but his bachelor party was in 2020. So we're at this golf course up in like Sterling Heights, Michigan, and we're like doing the day before stuff where we kind of rehearse and where we're standing and the photos and stuff like that. And we get all done, and then we're kind of like meandering over here, and we look over our shoulder, and we're like, where did Zach's brother Thurman go? So Thurman comes back like 20 minutes later, and he's got like 230 racks of Bush Apple, and we're just slamming it in the parking lot. And like, you just know that's when like everyone is in on that shit, because everybody just is all about it. But yeah.
And it was top tier. It just needs to come back now.
Yeah, fucking Bush. All right, Jeff, how did we meet?
Yeah, you know, I've told this story a lot of times. There was a flag football league, okay, and Corey and I, a former league mate of ours, a guy I've known for a long time, we were trying to join a flag football team. Didn't have a ton of success building our own. And we just decided to throw our names out there, knowing it would probably be some sort of shit show as far as like playing time and like having to pay someone. We don't know this person. Like it's just hard. Eddie McNally was the team captain. He reached out to the two of us and said, hey, I can bring you guys on. The only thing I can guarantee is you'll play corner. Like I don't know if I have any offense. So we're both like, yeah, we're down.
Yeah.
You were on the team. And I don't know that we bonded a ton during flag football season. It was mostly just we play our games, we go on. But like at the very end of the season, this was right after Michigan had won the Sugar Bowl against Virginia Tech, to give a timeline. After the season, you had invited me to a tailgate, and it was Michigan against Air Force. It was right after the Bama game, right after they got slaughtered by Bama.
Yeah.
And the rest was history.
Yeah.
The rest was history.
I know back in those days too, like, I graduated high school in 07. So really when I started like venturing out on my own, having my own tailgates, was like the first year was like 2008. And when I remember that first year with 2008, you obviously weren't there, but like, all I had was like a beer pong table and like a cooler. I didn't have the canopy. It was like gradually over time, like my tailgate started to get a little bit better. And like back in those days, man, like no matter how bad Michigan football was, like you always look forward to the first game of the year because it was just a reason to get out, hang out with your friends outdoors, and then watch a non-conference matchup. So it takes me back. I like to reminisce about them days. All right, next question. Bone-in or boneless chicken wings?
Yeah, it totally depends on the environment. But if I'm chilling at home and I don't have to like impress and I don't have to worry about being dirty, I prefer the bone-in. Better flavor. I don't mind doing the work. But if I'm like out with the boys or something like that, or if I'm like out to dinner, like boneless is just usually the easier thing to do.
Yeah, just get a nice glob of ranch to
No,
100%.
No, you don't put white stuff on your food. No.
Oh, dude, ranch all day.
No.
Okay, that's where we disagree, defer. All right.
Yes.
Favorite athlete?
It's far and away like the dude's lapped the field. If I'm not Tom Brady's biggest fan, I have not met Tom Brady's biggest fan. So it's Tom. But if I were to give like a 2, 3, 4, like some of my big ones were Tracy McGrady. I was a huge Jeff Gordon guy. And you probably don't call him an athlete, but race car driver. I was a huge Gordon guy. Miggy for the Tigers was big for me. And then, we're just a kind of a random one that has no ties to any of my favorite teams. Huge Devin Hester guy.
Okay.
Really like Devin Hester.
Okay. All right. Next one is what's your favorite number?
5.
Okay.
5.
What's the reasoning behind 5?
Literally just got asked that question the other day. No idea. Not
just like the way it looks.
I just remember from like a young age that it was 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Yeah. And it like ties into my emails. It ties into my gamer tag. It ties into anytime I created a player in Madden, I'd give him number 5 jersey. One of the reasons I like Jabril Peppers a lot, he was number 5. Mm-hmm. I don't have any other reason for it. And none of my favorite players ever wore 5 except Jabril, but I'm an adult by that point. Like it was, I don't know. It was weird, but 5.
Okay. All right. Same kind of formula I asked Corey earlier. Marry one night stand, date for the summer. Tom Brady, Blake Corum, Julian Edelman.
Okay, one of the 3.
That's a good
Marry one night stand, date for the summer. Tom Brady, Blake Corum, Julian Edelman.
I think it's funny how we have to keep asking what the 3 are because it's totally not what they're supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm marrying Jules because I honest to God feel like he's just a hell of a time. Just a hell of a time. All the time. One night stand would be with Tom because honestly, he would be just too good for me. He's too rich, got too much going on, doesn't have enough time for me.
Too good looking.
Divorce anyway.
Oh, the humbleness.
And what was the other one? The summer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The summer with Blake Corum, I'm probably just getting jacked that whole summer. We're working out 3 times a day.
Right? You see Jim Harbaugh.
That's all we're doing.
He's running with the ball between the pads, and you got the big dummy at the very end where he hits you.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Favorite pizza spot?
Anywhere in the world?
Tough.
Anywhere in the world.
This place in Philadelphia, Angelo's.
Okay.
Portnoy rated it, I think, a 9.3. I've been to a couple of his top spots. I haven't been to the New Haven locations. That's bucket list for me. But I've been to his number one in New York City. I've been to his number one in Philly. I feel like I've been to another one of his number ones, but I can't picture it right now. But anyways, that was delicious. It's wood fire. As far as a local joint, just everyday pizza, I like Marco's as much as anybody, but anything wood fire is usually going to get my full attention.
All right. Prime or Monster?
Oh, it's not even close. Monster.
Okay.
Yeah, the only way I drink a Prime is if like I get it on sale or if I'm just trying something different. Like It's Monster all the time.
All right. What is a food you will absolutely not eat?
Oh, there's so many. Peas, for one. I won't touch a pea ever.
That is odd.
Oh, dude, peas are disgusting. Peas used to bring me to
Never had to plug
instant
your nose
vomit.
as a kid? Your mom
Yeah, it was horrible. You know that my trick? This is why I'm so good at swallowing pills, dude. I would take a spoonful of peas and just grab a glass of water and swallow them whole.
I'm glad you went the way you went.
Whole. I'm trying to think of like a more normal food that I just don't eat. It's mostly condiments. No mayo, no Miracle Whip, no sour cream, no ranch.
Oh, yeah.
None, like literally, like I joke, if it's white, it's not going in my mouth. No thanks.
I'll drink to that.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, we got a couple more. This one's, I guess, a little more PG. What's your favorite color?
Navy blue. And you know what? Here's the thing. Michigan fan, Patriot fan, Tiger fan, they're all navy blue. It's my entire wardrobe. If you looked at my closet right now, you'd be like, what the hell? It's literally all navy blue. All of it.
All right, last but not least, what is your favorite jersey to wear?
For the longest time, it was always just a Tom Brady jersey that I had. Now I feel like I'm more in like the feeling of what game it is. I like to try and match what they're wearing. Or, you know, if the stadium is asking for a certain color to be worn or something like that, or what the vibes are for the game, you know? Yeah, I think last season my favorite one to wear was probably my white Hassan Haskins jersey.
Okay. And I lied. I've actually got two more questions that cut off on the page. So I got two more. Next one. What is one Michigan football game or basketball game you could reverse the outcome in?
The easy answer is 2016 Michigan Ohio State. That feels like the easy one.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one as far as all time. As far as one that I've attended, Michigan Ohio State 2007. I was there for that.
Okay.
That sucked. It was rainy. They lost 14-3. Beanie Wells went for like 200 plus. It was kind of annoying, but just to send the boys out with their one and only win against Ohio State would have been nice, but didn't work.
All right. Last but not least, was JT short?
Yes. Yeah, I'll die on that.
He'll always be short. Could be on my gravestone. JT was short.
Is my beer empty? Yes.
Yes, mine too.
All right, so those are the rapid fire questions. Not so rapid, but it was fun to pick your brain, listeners, hear what you got to say. I want to toss around so obviously last season really the last 3 years we've seen probably the best Michigan football's ever it's been, especially during our lifetime. Mm-hmm. And we could obviously probably all come to the same conclusion of how we rank each season and be the most satisfying. So with 2023 long and done here, being national championships, like what is are you still on cloud nine? How are you guys feeling about the national championship? How are you gonna, going into this season, like do you care as much now that you got to experience that, or is your diehard level still at the highest peak?
Corey, take it away.
All right. I will always care.
Yeah.
Whether they're 0-13, 0-12, I will always care about my teams. It doesn't matter. I will always root for them. Am I skeptical this year? Of course. Who wouldn't be skeptical of it? Because we've lost a lot of guys. A lot of people went to the draft. Now we've got some good transfers and stuff, and I'm optimistic on what Sherrod Moore can do. But I'm very pumped, and I'm definitely looking forward to our Illinois trip too. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think right now it's still cloud nine. It's still we're the reigning national champs. There's certain things that kind of come up that still like remind me of it too. Seeing all the draft success they had, Donovan getting the cover of NCAA football. Every single day when I look at any national championship gear I have, whether it's my hat, my hoodies, t-shirts, I just wore my Rose Bowl shirt out yesterday and I got a compliment on it. It's just like I've waited my entire fandom to feel how I feel, and it's still where I'm at. But I will say, and I started to feel this way at the end of Tom Brady's tenure, and I've kind of pumped my brakes. It's like I was ready for a change towards the end there, and the change has not been great. I'm ready for the change now that it's happened. I wasn't ready for it after the season. I wasn't like, okay, Harbaugh, move on. Like I wanted him back.
Yeah.
I wanted JJ back. I wanted it. Whoever would come back, I wanted back. But with the team they have right now, I'm excited. I have a feel like I was talking to someone about this. I think there's going to be a lot of games they win 21-10, and I'm okay with that. Going back to the 2021 formula where it's just like play great defense, run the ball, dominate, point of attack, and you got to go back to setting the foundation. And there's plenty of so many good players that can still set that foundation and keep that foundation going. I'm just super excited about it.
Oh, absolutely. What is when we talk about like our excitement level? Usually it builds up over the summer from when it starts. What is your like ideal time for when we go to those Michigan tailgates? What is your ideal time? Noon, 3:30, or night game? Which one do you guys prefer? Go ahead, Corey.
Well, I've been to a noon one and I've been to a night one. I'm a sucker for the night ones because you can get up there late, drink all day long, and honestly, I haven't been to a bad Michigan tailgate to my knowledge because they're all just huge parties because of the way the golf course is set up there.
Yeah.
So I always look forward to it no matter what. I really don't have an issue with it.
Okay. What about you, Jeff?
Yeah, the night ones have always gone. I'll say this: the night ones have been a lot of fun, but two of the most memorable tailgates I've been to were both noon games, both the Michigan-Ohio State 2021, and then Michigan-Penn State just last year. I thought both were incredible times. Both started at noon. The thing is, it's such a short amount of time. The amount of prep, I mean, people are probably like, what are you doing, throwing a grill out? Like, the amount of prep that goes into setting up just the tailgate. When you get there at 6, you're not really cracking one and throwing your first bag until probably somewhere after 7.
Yeah.
It's just, and then by 11, you're fully engaged in the game at that point. You're like ready for the game.
Yeah.
College game day is about to make their selections. Like, that's kind of where we're at. So they go quicker. They're better. But those night tailgates are always so much fun. Getting there, waiting to get in. It's an all-day event, literally an all-day event. Yeah. And then we're there super late, and at that point, you're kind of sleeping on the way home.
Yeah, I got to say, for me personally, the noon games are fun when you're at home. You can watch it and then you can go mow your grass afterwards. I always personally like the 3:30 ones the best because you don't get home super late, but you have a lot of time to tailgate. But again, the night ones are always cool and they're unique. They don't happen very often. Now it seems like once a year, but before that, after 2011, it was once every couple years. And it's cool. You get to just relax, you get to see the sunset and everything like that. But the 3:30 to me, it was peak. The noon, like you're right, Jeff. Like by the time you set everything up, you get the grill going, and I mean, when you're at Michigan Stadium, at least when you're on the golf course, I mean, you look down at your watch at like 10:45, you're like, shit, we got to get going. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to. Part of that experience is watching the team run out on the tunnel. And if you miss that, you miss the flyover, it's like you almost felt like you lost $20, off your ticket price. But yeah, that's definitely where I'm at. I'll ask you. I'll give you one of mine. One of my memories, and then you guys can follow me up like with some of your most memorable tailgates. I know Jeff, you kind of getting yours already, but I think it was the 2012 tailgate, and we're on the golf course. And dude, it's so fuzzy to me back then. I don't even know who the hell was there, who wasn't. And I remember we were sitting up pretty flat, and we were right by State Street side, and we're right by the putting green right there. And I remember there was like a group of like 20 people that were next to us, and they were all wearing Michigan stuff, mixture of guys and gals. And I was talking to one of them, and they're like all from Canada. And I remember the one kid was like, "Yeah, we don't give a shit who wins. We're just here to have fun and drink." And I'm like, and then they all bought the swag, everything. They're all Michigan fanned out, but they don't really care. And I remember I still had that picture on my phone where that one dude is like got his legs crossed, laying on his back in the grass with his arms folded, just passed the hell out, just drunk as fuck. And I'm like, now that Canadian can fucking party. That was probably one of my favorite ones ever. What about you, Corey?
My favorite Michigan game I've ever attended, besides the away game, I'll do a home and away since I got a couple on my belt. Obviously, right now the away game would be Penn State last year.
Yeah.
Great atmosphere. I recommend anybody who is a fan of their team to go there. Very hospitable, very chill. The stadium is amazing. Even where we were sitting what, like 20 rows from the top. It was beautiful. It was awesome. It was it a whiteout or was it a stripe out? I can't
stripe out. It was stripe out, yeah.
It was just awesome. It was.
Yeah.
But my best game at home would have to be 9/11 in 2021 when they played Washington.
Yeah.
At home at night, and I sat fourth row in the end zone. The loudest game I've ever been to.
Yeah.
It was maze out. I brought my my buddy Willie. You guys got to meet him, dude. And that we were 9 deep. We were 9 deep for that tailgate. I will never forget. We went 2 separate ways, and we met right at the freaking intersection of State and the 94.
Yeah, yeah.
Just met up and pulled right in. It was an absolutely awesome time.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, these last 3 years have been just been a blast, and it really pisses me off that Jeff didn't get to one fucking Big Ten championship game with me. That's going to be a sore spot for the rest of my life. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. You know that Michigan-Washington game, it's low-key, massively important for a lot of reasons. First off, that game set the tone for what the Big House would sound like the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Including that Michigan-Ohio State win. Okay. And more importantly, I'll never forget this, arguing with Shane, okay? Love bringing up Shane on the pod. Arguing with Shane that if Michigan could only run the ball, they would never beat Ohio State. Oh, gosh. I think Michigan ran it like 40-some times that night and only threw it like 11, and they were so pissed.
Yeah, because, and Shane was the type of fan that was freaking out. You're like, oh, my God, Cade McNamara, he doesn't throw the ball at all. We ain't going to fucking win. And, he wasn't the only one. I remember a lot of Michigan fans were chiming in. They're like, we ain't beating Ohio State like this. We ain't beating Ohio State like this. It's like, dude, just fucking relax. Like, I want to see us, zip the ball over the yard as well. But, like, if we're blowing dudes off the ball like this, I'm like, I don't give a fuck if we run the triple option. And, I said that publicly many times, but, going to that Ohio State game in 21, like, you watched that game, and it was almost like Tim Bianca-Batuka-esque. Like, Hassan Haskins was just getting 6-7 yards a pop. Like, the offensive line was just mashing them. And, Ohio State started to stymie that a little bit over the last 2 seasons, but the 2021 season, man, they had fucking no chance. Absolutely no chance.
Yeah.
They ran the ball times against 2021.
How many?
They 56 times, and Kincaid passed the ball 15 for 44 yards. It was 7-15 with 44 yards.
Yeah, and I think
Blake
had 3.
Corum was 21 for 171 yards, and Double H had 27 for 155.
Yeah. And in that 21 game, Cade McNamara, those yards, was it 44 yards you said? They came on essentially 2 passes. It was like one to Cornelius and then one to I don't even know who was on the sideline, but like or Sanders still. So it's like
Yeah. I mean, Cornelius had 1 for 33 yards, and Corum had 3 catches for 11. Sanders still had a catch for -1.
Oh, I wonder who threw. I wonder if that was. I swear. Are you talking about 2021, right?
He's talking about the Washington game.
Yeah.
Oh, shit! I was talking about the Ohio State game.
Were we still talking about the Washington game?
You're talking about we got mixed. I was talking about the Ohio State game because Hassan Haskins.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you guys know more about that crap than I do.
Let's switch gears. I got to get another beer real quick, so I'll ask you guys a question that you guys can answer.
Me too.
All right. We'll start with Jeff. So, like, Jeff and I always mention on the podcast, whether it's Real Talk or on here on the Southeast, kind of like how our fantasy football league works and how we think it's the best on the planet. So, real quick, next, Jeff, we call you the sheriff in the league. Mm-hmm. What does the sheriff do? What does Jeff Johnson? What does what does the man bring to the league? Go ahead.
Yeah, so this is something that Dan had approached me with. We were probably at least a year into the pod at this point. He's like, how would you feel about creating basically like this 10-minute show per week that you would do Facebook Live, and you would give the rankings of who that year is in the lead based off their record and whatever, however you want to rank them. But every week you would kind of give this rankings, and it's something the league would look forward to. It's something we can kind of use as like a trash talking method. And it kind of took on a life of its own. Every year after the draft, I give a ranking and kind of an award based off how I feel like you drafted. Maybe you drafted a bunch of homer picks. Maybe you drafted a bunch of rookie, whatever it may be. I kind of do something there. And then throughout the year, I look at overall wins, losses. I look at highest total score of the week. I look at highest scoring total score of the year. I look at how many wins in a row you've had, how many losses in a row you've had. And I just kind of give a ranking. And that's just kind of how it's always gone. It's not a standings. It is a power ranking. And I always have to hear about it. Last year I had myself at the top because my team was boss most of the year. And came to a screeching halt.
Before Corey goes, Jeff, do you remember exactly what your team was and how you acquired the players you did?
I almost remember it to a T. Yes.
All right. Why don't you tell the people what team and what players you had and didn't win a championship?
Yeah, it sounds fake. it sounds fake. In the first round, I targeted Travis Kelce. Yeah. In the second round, I targeted AJ Brown. Those were the 2 targets I had in every single fantasy league that was for a redraft. Those were the 2. I was like, I feel really great about these 2. I also drafted Jalen Hurts. So those are my 3 core pieces here. I traded Raheem Mostert straight up for Jamar Chase after week 1 when Jamar Chase had like no catches and Raheem Mostert went for a couple of tutties. Mm-hmm. So straight up traded that. So now I've added Jamar Chase. I traded Brandon Ayuk and Jalen Waddle, and you're like, why would you even trade those? Those are great pieces. They were. But I was able to trade them and flip those guys into what ended up being Justin Jefferson, and I'm forgetting one other guy. There's another dog in there somewhere. Basically, the team felt unbeatable, and to us, who was my other piece? I don't remember, but they were good. It was a running back of some sort.
Yeah.
The team was winning every single week. It was just laying down the pipe, and then the Eagles started to suck. Justin Jefferson got hurt. I couldn't rely on him, and I ended up benching him in a playoff game. And had I played him, I would have won that game. But who knows what would have happened after that? But yeah.
I to declare, I was the one who traded you Justin Jefferson, and that was because I needed a running back. And the dude was sitting on my bench for like 7 weeks. The bye week came up after his injury was supposed to be over with, and he was supposed to be healed up. And I'm like, this is my first round draft pick, my first overall pick, just sitting dormant for 7 weeks. I'm like, I got to get rid of him. And so I didn't want to trade him to you. And so then you had the fucking Hall of Fame roster on paper, just my name alone. And everybody in the league, no matter what they would say, were all nervous. But it just didn't.
The team was filthy. Unfortunately, it still lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Corey in our league is known as the historian. Corey, how the fuck did you get that?
Well, I'm the OG. Me and you're the only remaining members from year one.
Yeah.
That's it. So I had to be in charge of yearly stats. I made a book. I don't know if you can see. I made a book. I got it here. We got a little Bible. It's got all of our stuff in it from 2017 because ESPN didn't want to give me anything before that. But I pretty much go week by week, entering everybody's scores. I do a top 10 of league high scores every year. It's fun. I did bios. I had bios last year. I got some new stuff coming in this year. It's a fun little gig. It definitely keeps me busy, and I don't know how I keep sucking at league because I fucking keep stats all the time. But I am a 2-time champ still, even though I am like a 5-time Stacko/Eddie. So it is what it is.
All right, so
I need to get the big champ trophy still.
What do you got to look forward to here in next Friday?
I got to do the Waffle House challenge.
And what is the Waffle House challenge?
9 of my best buds to show up and give me shit. I got to spend 24 hours in a Waffle House because I lost the league twice in a row. And every waffle I eat is an hour off the time. So if any of y'all are listening, it'll start at 7 p.m. Toledo. I'm on Grove Street.
He's trying to get the press out there. That's fucking great.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
This is somehow going to get trending on social media. I just know it.
Yeah, Corey and the waffles. Oh man. So yeah. Corey.
And I'm not a waffle guy. I'm a pancake guy. If I had to choose, I'm eating the cakes. Because my wife bakes cakes. I'm a cake guy. So I'm not a big waffle eater. I even bought a waffle maker. I still have yet to eat one.
Well, speaking of fantasy football though, when do you guys usually? It's obviously the off season, right? When do you guys start to really pay attention, boning up on your English, your knowledge of what the draft's going to be like, or do you just kind of pay attention all year round? Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, I think for me, I don't do mocks. I don't ever do mocks. I kind of start thinking around who's essentially the top 10. That's really it. I just try to get an idea of who's top 10. In our league, I get third pick of where I want to draft.
Yeah.
But as of right now, number 1 and number 2 haven't been selected, so I don't even know where I'm drafting yet. I just know that I'll get third pick of that spot. So in theory, I can have a top 3 pick if I want it, or after that, it's who knows. But I like to kind of look around, get my top 10 sorted out, and then I like to start looking at who I think is in play in the second round. After that, it's a crapshoot. It truly is a crapshoot, especially in the Monday morning tiers. I joined a dynasty league last year, and that's a completely different ball game. So I've looked a little bit into rookies, but for the most part, I don't really look a whole lot into fantasy football. I'm a big football guy, but I'm not looking into who's a 5th round sleeper, and I'll just let it all go.
Yeah. What about you, Corey? When do you start paying attention?
Usually about mid-July. Training camps and mid-swing. We're a couple weeks away from preseason. That's usually when I start cracking down. Last couple of years, I've kind of listened to some more fantasy podcasts because my track record is not great. I will admit, I'm not one of the top dogs in the league, but you know what? I'm due for an upset every now and again. I'm not as knowledgeable as some of the guys because I do have other things I'm more knowledgeable in, but I am willing to turn around because I need to. I don't want you coming back with if he loses 3 years in a row, he's going to do. No, ain't none of that shit. It's going to restart. Year 1, it's going to be somebody else. But it's not going to be us 3. It's going to be one of the other 7. Hopefully, Tyler.
Next question. Next question. Are we ever going to go to fucking Vegas for a draft or what?
Well, we tried to do Chicago this year, and I thought it had life, and it didn't get off the ground.
Say something, but I'm going to keep it to myself.
What was that?
I can't say it on podcast.
Oh God. Oh God.
But I would love to. It's just, we tried to do what? We tried to do Chicago this year, and people just couldn't commit. That's the hardest thing, is that we're so busy because, most of us are dads or married, and we have decent jobs, and some of us travel for work. We have a very good, and that's what I like about this league. We do have a good plethora of different people, different ethnicities, different styles, everything. Like, everybody, it's literally like the league, which is what you base it off of. And if anybody's ever watched that show, it's man, we should have a Netflix show, dude. It'd be wild.
Yeah, honestly, I think it would be fucking. Sometimes I think, like, what happens if we all lived in the same fucking neighborhood?
Oh,
like it'd be just fucking buffoonery constantly, just fucking constantly. You just imagine just like, Shane and Chuck are dead asleep in the afternoon, and you just go in there and just fucking start ringing their doorbell a million times. Like, you just all the, it'd be fucking just stupid.
All right. Hypothetically speaking, we all live in the same neighborhood. Hypothetically speaking, we all live in the same neighborhood. Who's the first to move out?
Oh my gosh.
Who can't take it? Tyler, right? It's got to be Tyler. Tyler 100% moves.
Low key, I think he loves to hate himself.
Tyler.
I would probably say Chuck, because he's probably like, these fucking white people are just fucking wild, dude. He's probably the first one to leave.
Hey, but yeah, true.
But, yeah. Chuck is definitely, he's a candidate to be like, all right, this isn't working. I'm out of here.
Oh shit. Well, what else is, guys, on your mind? About fantasy?
We had this banging trophy that we named the long story.
Yeah.
And then it gets broken.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
So for people who are not in the Monday Morning Tears Fantasy Football League, we had a trophy named the Lex, and for a while we didn't have a name for our trophy, and it just seemed fitting to name the Lex because another Corey who's no longer in our league, and who knows if he'll ever watch this or listen to this or not, but he was meandering around with an adult film star, and if you go on Pornhub.com, I believe she's probably in the top 25 right now. And so Corey had a relate.
Fact check. I'll fact check.
So this fella had a relation with her, and of course, long story short, we were busting his balls about it because, just like the song "I'm in Love with the Stripper," and he's no longer in the league anymore. So a way to kind of just be a thorn in the side 24/7, 365 is our trophy is called the Lex. Well, every time we have a fantasy football function, we try to get the boys over. We do our draft order day, which is usually in the spring or summer. And so Dave, who just won it for the first time, brings it over. And at the end of the day, it wasn't like in the beginning, middle. It was literally at the end of the day, the final 10 minutes, the climax, and the last chapter. And he takes the trophy,
right.
raises it above his head in celebration for I don't know, whatever reason. And he fucking smoked my garage door. And the base of the football on top of the trophy got a hairline crack in it. And then, of course, it then broke off. And it basically was a football with a hole in it. And, like this. And it smelled terrible inside like ceramic. And then we started drinking beer out of it like Das Boot. So that's kind of how we have the trophy. But yeah. That's how we have the Lex. And we also have...
You were right, Yao.
What?
You were right.
What's that?
Top 25. He's 25.
Oh, gosh.
I fact-checked you, bud.
All right, so if y'all listen, I'm like, if you want to, you be able to figure out who that is. Process of elimination, whether or not she moves up or down the rankings by the time you listen to this. And the other trophy that we have in the league is for last place, and that one is called the Eddie. And Eddie doesn't know about it yet. He might after if he watches or listens to this. But the Eddie is for coming up short because he is 4'11", and it is a sumo wrestler with a poop emoji. Corey, why don't you get that out for us since you've been holding on to that shit for a little over 900 days. That a boy. Hell yeah!
Look at that face, bro.
I gave that to him, right?
Poop. Look at that.
No, I bought that off Amazon.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
But I was the first holder.
You had it first.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And then I gave it to him, and he's had it ever since.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, that was an eternity
ago. No. Jamie had it when I won.
Yes.
Okay. There you go.
They swapped because yes, Jamie won the league, and Corey finished last.
I went first to worst.
But Jamie was first. Yes, that's right. What a weird moment. First to last. We actually had back-to-back first or last to first champions, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
Eddie did it.
Yeah, Eddie did it too.
Eddie won and then lost.
Yeah. Jeez.
Well, gentlemen, we're coming up just under an hour. Appreciate you coming on.
Yeah.
If there's anything else you guys want to chit chat, we can about. But I think we got a nice little introduction there for episode 50 or whatever. But we kind of did our rapid fire questions. We talked a little bit of football, Michigan Pro, and learned a little bit about you, and of course, MMT. Here on the podcast, there's always been a fantasy of mine, and I know the three of us kicked the idea around of doing something for just our fantasy league alone, and so I don't know, maybe we started a TikTok or some shit, or we already have Instagram, whatever. But maybe we start doing this maybe once a month or something like that, and kind of just bullshit about how the season's going. But you guys got anything else? What else you got on?
Yeah, I'm good. I think congrats to you, and obviously 50 episodes. That's no small feat. Obviously, continued success. The one thing that brings us all together every single year, no matter what, obviously fantasy football, but mostly Michigan.
Yeah.
And, I've talked about this numerous occasions, both to people offline on the podcast. Our fandom is climaxed at this last year as far as just being able to witness the ultimate prize. And I just hope we see it again. I hope that wasn't the last one, and I'm going to enjoy the ride to the next one with you guys for sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can shut up some haters.
Yeah.
Some southern northern people.
For those who want to find you on social and your other podcast, Jeff, why don't you let the people know where to find you with you and Brad?
Yeah, it's 2 fans, 12 rings. It literally exactly as it says. It's a Patriot fan, a Steeler fan. That's where you get the 2 fans. 12 rings is how many the Patriots and Steelers have. We talk nothing but football. It's our massive passion to talk just NFL. Obviously, you hear the Patriots, you hear the Steelers, but we talk every single team as much as we physically can. We're pretty opinionated. We like to give predictions. We love to be right. We hate to be wrong. We're mostly wrong. We love to be right, but yeah.
I will say that
on all platforms, I'm pretty sure.
I will say that last year it was really funny to see how many. It was so random, like on YouTube, on how many New York Giants fans you fucking pissed off.
Oh, dude.
There were some irked individuals. I read the comments. I'm like, these guys don't know what the hell they're talking about. And
I'll tell you what. Of all the teams I've actually tried to discriminate,
yeah,
I've never gotten any backlash. I didn't even try to talk shit. I simply said, you have an average quarterback, and holy cow. Dude, guns a-blazing. Giant fans were coming for my head, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Sucks to be average.
Yeah.
You're muted.
Yeah, you're muted. Nope. No, you're still muted. Yep. Oh. Nope.
Nope. Well, the whole pod has been great, but all of a sudden can't hear you.
Is closing out the pod.
I see you said, oh, shit. Only because I can read lips a little bit. Go Blue.
Go Blue, yeah.
We're signing off. Peace.
All right, Southeast Michigan Podcast. When our community wins with us, we want to ensure you've maximized your ROI. Line shopping for the best odds matters, and that is why any profitable sports bettor needs to be using multiple sports books. Thankfully, there's never been a better time to get signed up, and we're here to connect you with the best promotions industry-wide. Using our link, signupexpert.com/southeast, you can get access to all the sports books in your region, along with a review of each platform and its unique features. Most importantly, this page automatically connects you to the top promotions at each book, allowing you to start line shopping with an enhanced bankroll. If you want to take advantage of these benefits and support our brand, please consider signing up for your next sportsbook at signupexpert.com/southeast.